Okay, so we've had Leo, we've had Cancer, we've had Virgo, we've had Pisces, we've had Libra and Taurus. They're all out. Bi-weeklies. Who's next, Spirit, please? Let's see. We're not doing Astral DJ. If I get any extra message besides the dailies, I'll let you know. Because I'm going to make these bi-weeklies so that we get on track for the monthlies. Because I don't want to get behind with the monthlies. Possibly I'll do another read before the end of the month. Because these bi-weeklies will be done hopefully today or tomorrow. And then we can think again. But I want to get back on track. I've had my son's birthday and stuff and Christmas getting in the way. So, but you've got your yearlies to go on. So, and your bi-weeklies. Let's see, shall we? Oh, it's Capricorn. And Capricorn, it's good when you're like that because you're not in that material set of mind where money means everything, other people, caring about what other people think, because that traps you sometimes into being somebody you're not, which is a shame. So, let's see, shall we? What does... Oh, wrong deck. A new holster for my cards. Can never have enough holsters. I'm always looking for something to keep them in. I've got baskets galore, chests, boxes. I forget what I've got sometimes. I've got a drawer full as well. But we can't use the same cards all the time because the energy gets stagnant. So the more I have, the better. Plus the wear and tear on the cards. So what does Capricorn need to know? Please, Spirit. Bi-weeklies. There it is. Let's pop you over there. We've entered Mercury retrograde, so communications, make sure you check your spam box for any emails that you're waiting for. Check that your phones are backed up, stuff like that, because there's going to be issues. It's not, astrology is not all airy-fairy. There is a reason why Mercury causes the problems, and it's usually that it changes the magnetic field, the energy. Now I'm waffling again and I've missed the card. So where are you, Capricorn? There you are. Good-o. Capricorn, bi-weeklies for January, please, Spirit. What do they need to know most? I always feel sorry for you, Capricorn, because the Devil card is makes it sound like you're a bad person. You're not, and neither was Lucifer, to be fair. Controversial, I know, but he was a fallen angel, and it wasn't that he was evil in any way, shape, or form. So my son, as some of you know, for what reasons I won't go into, his middle name is Diablo, and he's a Capricorn, so it fits him perfectly. But others, maybe not so much. All depends on your chart, your birth chart. So now, someone's turned their back on the past. They know there's no going back. But they're pausing on the threshold. And this is the fork in the road. Remember, Spirit been banging on about it. Take the road less travelled. You take the left-hand road, you'll just keep going round and round in circles. And you'll never achieve anything. You take the right-hand road and try something different, you'll get a different outcome. There could have been a split for some, a bond broken. It doesn't have to be a romantic bond. It could be siblings. It could be best friends. Something like that. But there's a mutual decision to part in partnerships, at work. But there is some sort of emotional bond as well. Two people born 1965 plus or minus 12, February to February, may be involved somewhere. This is the person of many hats. Jack of all trades, master of none. He's in the reverse, so he's wearing a false mask. It can be deep depression, manic depression. It can be criminal activities. It can be you totally confused and unable to communicate. It's issues with the hands, arms, shoulders. It's health and medical issues because the magician has the medical staff. It can be somebody that enters your life, a person who is not who they appear to be. It could be a drug addict, it could be a drug dealer, but you'll have suspicions about this person or this medical issue. It's born on the 1st or the 28th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. Gemini energy. It is Mercury going retrograde. And it brings about issues within the home, the family life, the emotions. Something that was once made you very, very happy no longer does. And hasn't done for some time, perhaps 10 months. So somebody is breaking those shackles. They no longer care what other people think, which is what it says there. They're no longer shackled to something or someone they don't want to be. It's rebellion. It's breaking contracts, vows, things that held you stuck. No longer being able to be manipulated by others. No longer keeping up with the Joneses. But if you think this is over, it's not. This is taking the left fork and repeating the mistakes of the past. Cycles that haven't been ended. It's not over yet. The snake, Ouroboros, is devouring itself. It's delays in travel. It's unable to bring something to a conclusion in an amicable way. And it's those born on the 21st, living or past, date for your diary and address. Massively important in a negative way. And it may be because there's a third party. And it could be because you were best friends with someone and they've got another friend who takes up their time. It could be that you was in a relationship. It doesn't seem to be all that committed, but it could have been. And they met someone else. It could be that you're in a partnership at work and you employ someone else and suddenly you find out they've been fiddling the books and taking your business away from you when it was your idea to start with. You just let that friend in as a favour. So there's betrayal, there's heartache, there's separation. It could be medical matters where minor surgery is needed. And it stops you from being with the person you need to be with or want to be with. So, 1 or 28 and 21, negative energy. Delays, confusion, lack of communication, all equals Mercury retrograde for the next 2.5 weeks. So, like I said, back up your computers. Don't buy anything electrical if you can avoid it. don't make any purchases of new phones or laptops, whatever, because I'll probably have to go back. It is a time of revisiting something. So going back might not be a bad thing. It's reassessing, reevaluating, seeing if you've made mistakes and if you can change them. He's got his back to the past. He's not looking back. He's hoping to take the road less travelled. But he may go round again once more, just in case. Because you're confused. Oh, well. There's the High Priestess. She knows everything. You may be visiting a tarot reader, a psychic, a medium. She doesn't speak much, but she knows a lot. She sits at the gates of hell, and she is married to the devil. So for some of you, this could be a partner. She is about looking after yourself, physically, emotionally, mentally, financially, and being careful of what goes into your body, as in diet and medication, and what comes out of your body, as in words written or spoken. Is somebody coming out of a very dark place, which is where you're coming from, being released from hell. Imagine how the devil would feel being released from hell. It's a liberating experience. Those born on the 2nd or the 29th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. And then we have the Four of Wands. So maybe you're leaving home for the first time, moving home, losing home, something wrong within the home and family life, electrical and water problems. I know my kettle's just died. Could be something simple like that, or it could be a bigger issue where you're deciding to separate. Because again, we're on that pause, that fork in the road, not knowing really which way to turn yet. So not taking any action. Because we have two snails there, and you are a Capricorn. You do take things slow and steady, because slow and steady wins the race. There's no rush as far as you're concerned. And someone is going to see things very, very clearly. The obstacles in your path will be removed. Perhaps a Leo, perhaps travel. No more obstacles. You see a clear path. I was born on the 19th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. So what are we on now? 14th? It'll be Wednesday, maybe, unless you know somebody born on the 19th. And there you are again. Slow and steady wins the race. You're not strictly at a standstill, but you certainly aren't rushing anything. You're not apologising for that either. And if you're expecting an apology coming to you, chances are it's not coming yet. So you are going to release yourself. Yeah. You've run out of options, or you're narrowing down your options. You've chosen what's important to you. 7 months. A lot of confusion. Too many there, sorry. And because nothing can grow in barren lands, and you aren't growing as a soul, there may be arguments with an important female in your life. A mother energy, mother-in-law, mother of your children, or just you as a soul. The grass is greener in this situation, but it could be the other woman as well. There's a mirror there, so you're just getting exactly what you give out. And you need to grow out of that. So maybe your mum's not happy about you leaving home. There's something wrong within the family life. Perhaps there's problems with the mum and there's minor surgery needed. Whatever this is, it's unhappiness and there's no growth. It is connected to the military, and therefore November the 11th, poppies, and May the 31st. In this, we don't have poppies, we have red roses. And those born on the 3rd or the 30th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. But there is a new beginning here, and you have to take action now. There's the death, and there's the birth, the cosmic egg. The chapter that needs to end, the Ouroboros, death and rebirth. So close that chapter, take action, and move forward to your next adventure. It could be the 1st of February, negative energy, your suspicions justified. The 2nd is better, and then the 3rd is negative again. So ups and downs, roller coaster rides, but it is, could be the 29th, the 30th, the 28th, 29th and 30th, of this month. Be different for everybody. And there's the father energy. The mother and the father, neither happy. Father's got no self-esteem, isn't expressing himself very well, injuries to the head and face, failure. So maybe you feel that your mum and dad have failed you and you're moving on because all they do is manipulate you. Perhaps you're the father and you feel that you have failed here. Perhaps you're a couple and you tried for babies, and in that process it became stagnant energy because you forgot to be happy while you was trying. Put too much stress on the relationship and it failed because of it. Whatever the reason, the divine masculine and the divine feminine are in separation, and there's heartache here. So like I said, it doesn't have to be a love read. It could be the masculine energy at work, the boss, and the feminine energy at work. A lot of people have work husbands, work wives, if you like. There's no romance in it, but it's a partnership of a type. So somebody needs to get clarity. A Gemini, Libra, Aquarius male, or a doctor, priest or lawyer male. Air sign energy. Again, communication needs to be clear. And you may need to seek professional advice. You are protected. But again, for the 3rd time, we're at that crossroads. Which path are you going to take? Are you going to keep repeating the same mistakes? Those lessons have been learned, you don't need to learn them again. Or take a new path. Because this hasn't brought you happiness, and it's becoming very, very clear. The family is no longer the same as it was. There's lies, deceit, and people spying. No new beginnings. and a lack of passion even. So something has to be raised to the ground. The world needs to come full circle. You have to make a choice. Don't be too judgmental of yourself or others. It could be, like I said, medical problems, dental issues, or it could be just a situation that's been going on far too long and needs to be settled once and for all. It's a settlement of a long-standing problem so you can make a fresh start and close the chapter. The 20th. So we have the 20th and the 21st, we have the 19th. So 19th, 20th, 21st, and then we skip to the 28th, 29th and 30th. Settle this. Raise things to the ground so you can rise like the phoenix from the ashes. And love yourself first. For some, this is a water sign male. For others, it's you lads loving yourself enough without ego to put your boundaries in place. Knight of Arrows, your enemies will be overcome, and that enemy may well be you. Yeah, there's no loyalty here. If I didn't say it, there's the 4th or the 31st as well. So 30 days of September, April, June and November. So there is 31 days this month. So we go from the 28th to the 29th to the 30th to the 31st. And possibly the 1st, the 2nd. We've also got the 19th, 20th and 21st. It's going to be a rough ride, isn't it, this Mercury retrograde? Somebody's short on wisdom. Somebody's hanging on to why. Use it as an excuse to keep in contact, negative contact, wanting to know why. That why is what's poisoning you from the inside or poisoning someone. Sometimes there isn't a reason why. It just is. And so they're stuck between two worlds because they're refusing to move forward and lift that back foot up into the sunlight. They're not looking after themselves, they're not nourishing themselves properly. Because the flamingo gets its colour from the shrimps that it eats. I told you that before. Maybe you need to eat more fish. You need to look after yourself, respect yourself, and don't judge yourself. Yes, it's going to cause chaos and conflict because people aren't used to you putting yourself first. But if you stay where you are, you're not going to survive this. There is no land of milk and honey or pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You just have to get on with it. There's no treasure island while you stay in this situation. The situation needs to be settled. There is no unfinished business. There's nothing left here. It's time to move on. You need to rest. There's a fox in the hen house there. You don't need to be that fox in the hen house, and you don't need that fox in the hen house revisiting you either. You let them take your chickens. Don't let them come back for your sheep. So, your Saturn return. Well, that's right, because Saturn, I think Saturn is in the astrology, but look where Saturn is in your chart. We've got, what signs have we got? Gemini, only. Mercury. It's about communication. Mercury and your own sign. That's the only ones we've got. So the Saturn return. The number 50. Very late on in the book. And it is Judgment Day. There it is. And if you watch The Fool's Journey, it was really strange because that was the card that I forgot to put in the story. They always say time changes things. But that's not true. It's up to you to change things. Saturn is the Lord of Karma, and it shatters any illusions you might have. So it shines a light on what's true. The name Andy is important, or any of Andy Warhol's pictures. You know, the ones that are different colours. It takes approximately 29 years for Saturn to orbit the Sun. So, for my son especially, who's a Capricorn, his Saturn return will probably be next year. He's 28 now. So the first Saturn return happens at the age of 29, and it marks a period where childish things must be put away. It's time to grow up. There is no more getting ready to live your life. You just got to live it. And be responsible for your own dreams, your own goals, and your own affairs. If you hold on to things with no basis in reality, your suffering will grow, and so will the depression, which is what we said, isn't it? Where's that depression? There. You cannot escape the truth-seeking energy. You just got to face it. The second Saturn return occurs at the age of 60, and you become aware of your own mortality. And you become keenly aware that you may not have enough time left to achieve what you set out to do. Where did the years go? Often, there's a paring away of what no longer serves you. But for those who have not acted wisely, this will be the worst and most difficult transition. When you draw this card, it feels as if nothing's going right, and it won't. Mercury retrograde, everybody's going through it. You may feel discouraged, and just as it seems things are progressing, there's another obstacle in your path. What this truly is Saturn showing you a part of your life that was not based on anything real in the first place, and it's outlived its purpose, which is why you have to bring it to a close. Or perhaps you've just misjudged a situation, thinking it was far better than it was. In truth, Saturn returns are all about correcting things. Saturn corrects any area that isn't based on reality. It might be romance, business, an educational path, partnerships or marriages. This card is pointing something out to you that may not have been genuine in the first place, and that should probably be let go. Whatever is shaky in your life will not last, and isn't meant to. You are being given a pass, and the matter in question will not progress as easily as you might want it to. But more positively, this marks a time when what you do succeed in is solidifying. So whatever you accomplish will have a permanence to it. So don't waste your energy on something that you don't want to be permanent. Whatever you accomplish currently will be permanent, and you will have worked hard, and your hard work will pay off. It will gradually grow more successful over time, but not if you stagnate in this situation. You may feel like a sense of time is running out. Yes, you're running out of options. If any partnership is now being formed, that lover or partner may be older or in better standing than you. And pessimism may figure in. You may be compelled to give up on something that you believed in daily. Saturn is the planet of time and measure and signifies your hair turning grey and your skeletal and bone problems. Dental problems are common with this transit. Saturn return tends to bring on a rough passage, but also a harvest, because you're now at a time where you understand things better than you did years ago. It's time to be brave, face this important passage. There's no quick fixes when this card turns up. Know what you can and can't do. Take life in a measured, steady way, much like the planet of time already does, and let go of your illusions, for they aren't serving you. You're down to brass tacks now. It's time to see what you're made of. Weight could be a problem. Earth, the physical world, the feeling of life's immensity, life's harshness, but moving past that hardship, a second chance at life, paying your dues, what lives beyond the dream, ambition, in late December or January. Doing things in a measured way or at the right time. You are building the foundations, so make sure it's steady and strong. Responsibility, waiting it out, bleakness, aging, and dealing with the aged. There could be nursing homes, sickness, endings, but you must have fortitude and endure this. Release what does not work for you. You are feeling pressed for time, feeling stuck, being boxed in, frustration. The father is important, and there he is. So it may be your father that's feeling this way. He may have dental problems, medical problems, feeling his age, and not being very happy, a bit crabby. Older males, deserved success, the colours brown, black and grey, what endures, facing the truth, a time to get real with yourself and others, a reality check, stripping things bare, clearing the past, karma, fated relationships, emotional coldness, a judgment, difficulties. It's time to pay your dues and move on to the next level, putting the past behind you, correcting where you made a mistake. So owning up to your mistakes, but not apologising unless you know you're in the wrong. And you do know when you're in the wrong, regardless of what you say. I know you know. So don't be stubborn. If you're in the wrong, admit it. If not, don't apologise to anybody. And there's your mum, again, the mother energy. She's a bit brighter now. She's in the garden. Number 18. So now we have another run. What do we say? 18, 19, 20, 21. Then you have a bit of a respite, and it starts again on the 28th. So 18. Gaia's Garden. Pumpkins, October may be important. Halloween. In Gaia's Garden, you have everything you need to make your dreams come true. There's no shortage of anything, and you're constantly reminded of the law of supply. Gaia is the infinite spirit manifest in all tangible things. She represents abundance. When she comes to you as your ally, she invites you to partake of all the blessings of life. It's time to enjoy your life. Find your next adventure. There will always be enough for everyone, and success will come to you from the fruits of your intentions, and all is well with the world as a result. This is a sign to remind you to give thanks and maintain an attitude of humility and gratitude. So no egos here, as your greatest good now manifests for you. Gaia's gifts are sweeter when you share them with others. So remember, don't take people and things for granted. Be humble and grateful for what you've got, and if people need help, share it. More will come to you when you do. It may be that your mum just needs help with the shopping, and it may be boring to you, and it may be a chore that you really don't want to do. But if it's possible for you to do it, lighten her load, because it looks like mum and dad are struggling for whatever reason, or you may be that mother, and you need to be happy in your own garden. And there it is. You have to remember how to play, because you've forgotten how to have fun. So what is it you do for fun? You don't know, most of you. It's time to find something, because you can't stagnate like this. And don't go into the bottle, even though it's a glass of champagne, don't go looking for it in the bottom of a glass. Stop taking your life so seriously. Your spirit needs to have some fun. The more you play, the more inspiration will follow. So take time out to do something without being attached to the outcome. Doesn't matter how it ends, just have a bit of fun. You're being called to rest and play and learn to have more fun. Do something that makes you laugh, because that's the best medicine around. Call up a friend that you can be silly with. Take your inner child on a date. The more you switch off your mind, the more room your spirit has to whisper and guide you. When we do things without being attached to the outcome, and maybe you haven't been drunk for years, maybe you do need to get drunk, I take that back, just to loosen up a bit. Without being attached to the outcome, ideas, clarity and guidance and solutions have a space to drop in. The left and right hemispheres of the brain can begin talking to each other. Make play a compulsory part of your day. Whatever it is, I don't care what it is, even if it's just 10 minutes, something that makes you laugh. Your favourite comedy, I don't care. Spend more time doing things just because you love them. Don't care what anybody else says. Just because they bring you joy and light you up. If you follow what lights you up and makes you happy, you will light the world without even trying, because people love to see you laugh. For when you are lit, you are in your spirit. And when you are in your spirit, you fall into the flow of life. So how do you play? What do you do to have fun? What lights you up? If you've been working hard lately, it's time to celebrate how far you've come and all that you've achieved. You don't have to rush on to the next thing. Take a moment to throw a party, go on vacation, or have some fun. Have more fun. Play more. Celebrate your achievements. Stop dwelling on your seeming failures, because they're not true. Okay. You're special. And you give out positive, good vibrations when you laugh, so do it. They want to listen to your soul frequency. Find out who the real you is. Patience, you've got bucket loads of that. If not, you're not a true Capricorn, so look at your rising sign. Everything can be accomplished, but not at a fast speed. It's at nature's pace. Inspire others and let nature be your greatest teacher. So get out in the garden, get out and connect with Mother Earth, rock climbing, whatever it is you want to do. It's time to experience life instead of watching it through a TV screen. Thanks for listening.